Proud member of the Natick High School class of 2010. I would like to begin this speech by thanking everyone who has made this day possible for us. Whether or not any of us would like to admit it, there is no way that we would have been able to get to this position without the assistance and guidance of many incredible people. Seeing as this is a school graduation, the first group of people that we have to thank are the teachers. I'm sure every student graduating today can picture several teachers that have had extremely profound impacts on their educational experiences. Dating back to the late summer of 1997, when most of us first met our kindergarten teacher, these individuals have been responsible for our education and played an important role in shaping us into the people that we are today. Our guidance counselors deserve respectful recognition for their painstaking efforts in aiding us in class choices beginning freshman year, giving us a place to hang out during studies if we ever needed it, but most importantly, guidance counselors were invaluable in the college admissions process. Coaches, instructors, and advisors must also be thanked for their countless hours spent helping us to improve and perform at the highest level in athletics, music, drama, speech, and the rest of our activities. Furthermore, I find it important to thank the administrators at our school and in the Natick Public School system. For many of us, we have had limited interactions with the likes of our principals and barely know the administrators downtown. These educators first do far more than we can fathom to make our high school and school system run as well as it does and rarely receive any recognition for it. I would also like to briefly recognize those members of the staff and faculty who are, in the words of Mr. Hughes, graduating with us this year. These 8 staff members have done amazing things for this high school in their respective departments. We are very grateful for all that they have contributed to NHS and are proud to claim them as honorary members of the class of 2010. While I know I do not need to tell anyone to be sure to thank this next group of people, it is important that they are recognized on a large scale first. Our families deserve a ton of credit for getting us here today. My family is the most important group to which I belong, and I need to thank them again and again, and I believe many of my classmates feel the same way. Parents, siblings, grandparents, caregivers, among numerous others, helped us with homework when we were younger and have supported us and our education as we have grown. Everyone has their own people to thank and their own way of doing so, but from us as the class of 2010, thank you, families. And finally, as a class, I believe we need to thank each other. Most of us have spent the last 4 years together, and it has been quite a journey. In order to avoid cliches, I want to keep this section short. I know we will all thank everyone that we need to and express our gratitude for the shared experiences. But I personally would like to thank all of you for everything that you have contributed to my high school years. I'm thrilled to have been able to share this time with you. While we can all give our thanks as a class, each and every one of us has to say a unique set of thank yous and goodbyes in the coming months. This reflects the fact that every single graduate sitting here today, and the one standing, has had a distinct set of experiences leading up to this point. Every graduate here has encountered an exclusive set of opportunities and obstacles, triumphs and tribulations, successes and failures. There are 302 grad students graduating in the Natick High School class of 2010. That means that there have been 302 different paths taken to get to today, 302 different specific combinations of classes and teachers at Natick High School, 302 different student ID numbers, 302 different specific combinations of extracurricular activities, 302 family experiences, 302 feelings about time spent at Natick High School, 302 ways to be a member of the Natick High School class of 2010. In a group of 302 human beings, it is very difficult to find anything that unites all of them, even if they are members of the same class. In fact, as the class of 2010, we struggle even with our mascot identity. We spent our first 2 years as the last of the Red Men, and then our last 2 years as the first members of the Red and Blue. Even though most of us associate with one much more than the other, we cannot say that we were truly the Red Men or the Red and Blue. It makes an identity as a class a little more difficult to cite, and brings me back to the thought that there is only one major characteristic all of us students can claim, that we are members of the Natick High School class of 2010. Some of us, although I hope very few, may feel that we have little in common with the students sitting to our left and right today. But regardless of the extent of our school spirit, our pride in being a part of this class, or how many people we choose to tell in the future about our high school experience, our membership in the Natick High School class of 2010 is a part of who we are. All of us are about to graduate from the high school in the home of champions, and we should be extremely proud of that fact. I've done my best to avoid talking about myself in this speech because today is about us as a class. I would just like to briefly share with you how fortunate I feel to still be a part of the NHS class of 2010. Last April, my family and I moved out of Natick, but I was grateful to have found out beforehand that I was going to be able to stay at Natick High School. I have to drive a little bit more every day than I was used to, but staying has been one of the best decisions of my life. I dreaded the thought of transferring schools and leaving this class. I'm so thankful that I was able to stay. Natick will always be my hometown, and I will always be a part of the class of 2010. I can confidently say that I would not wish to be a part of any other high school or even any other class of Natick High graduates. When we move on from high school, our 302 different journeys will branch off farther and wider than we could ever imagine. There will be 302 amazing lives led by the students graduating here today, and I look forward to hearing about the outstanding achievements made by the Natick High School class of 2010. Congratulations, everyone.